Oh, so this is where we were earlier.
Yep.
Also, I didn't notice this before. It's a wanted
3
poster.
million. Unless that's in Japan, which that would be 2 zeros knocked off of $3,000.
So this is where the high priest lived. Wait a minute. This is where they brought me when my back gave out. In front of the altar. She must be the high priest's wife. Also, the guy on the right, that's the big shot that showed up at the end of the first case.
Yep.
He told us to not do that again, even though we are about to do that again. Excuse me. Yes. May I help you? I was hoping to speak with the high priest's wife. Are you her?
Please forgive the intrusion, Lady Belieb.
Oh my. Your benevolence.
Please be at ease. What a terrible time this must be for you. I owe much to your husband. You have my deepest sympathies for your tragic loss.
You honor me with your kind words. Look, dear, the royal priestess has come to visit us. Yes. Mm-hmm. What's that? Oh, of course. She's talking with the funeral picture? My husband, too, is delighted that the royal priestess has graced us with her presence.
You can speak with Abbott and me?
It took me a moment, but I just realized the pun was her name. Believe in me. So that means we cannot believe in her. Is she the killer? Is she just gonna turn out to be a real buff woman? No.
I was actually, I'm not gonna lie, I sussed her out 1 second in, and I was just being really quiet about it.
No. I don't possess the power to speak with the dead, but I can feel his presence. What's that? No, that can wait till later, dear. She's definitely speaking with him. So, your benevolence, what is it that brings you to my humble abode?
Lawyers investigating your husband's death. And I am watching him to ensure he does not tamper with any of the evidence.
I know this must be difficult, but could I ask you some questions? A good friend of mine has fallen under suspicion, you see. A friend of yours. So then you must be Maya's friend from the States, correct? That's right. I'm sorry, but I'm still grieving. Isn't that right, dear? Yes, I know.
Abbott and his wife were one of the closest and most loving couples in Kodan. If she is not ready to talk, I will not allow you to press her any further.
She just lose the love of her life. It'd be incredibly insensitive of me to force answers out of her right now. I need to talk to her if I want to learn more about the High Priest. Plus, there's the whereabouts arrow that Albie found near the house. There's too much I need to find out for me to leave yet. Would it be okay if I stayed here for a little while?
Ted, have you not been listening to a word I said?
Look, your benevolence. I'm sorry for her loss, but I'm running out of time. So what I will do is promise to leave if she doesn't change her mind. Please let me talk to my husband about this. Yes. No, I don't. No, don't. Not in front of the royal priestess. Now, if you would excuse me. What the heck were they even talking about?
You have poured salt in her wounds. This is precisely why you lawyers are so despised.
I was trying to help Maya's case. I didn't mean to hurt Miss and me.
Could it be that you actually possess a conscience?
Of course I do. But I'm also desperate for information.
So, what do you plan to do now?
Pass the time by looking around the room, I guess. She changes her mind.
To see that you do not touch anything you should not.
Guess I should watch what I touch, then. Just in case Princess Rafa gets mad at me. Isn't that Justice Minister I met? Who's the woman in the picture next to him? She looks really important. Could she be the Queen of Khura'in? Okay, that's not gonna get answered. Is this a piece of art or sort?
What a beautiful orb.
Is something the matter?
Bobbed head, take one step back.
Okay, done. Did you spot something?
Yes, your dismal reflection. It was ruining the orb's beauty.
Did you have to put it like that, your benevolence? I want to look at this picture.
It's like it's the other one.
What show is this?
It is the Plumed Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. It is based on Lady Kira and his #1 action show in Khura'in.
The Plumbed Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm?
Yes, it is an entirely original show created right here in our kingdom. I'm not so sure about its originality.
I'm not so sure about its originality, given its overall look and the theme song.
Is something the matter?
Well, we have an action hero show back home. It's very similar to this. I'm guessing this shows why Maya is into Lady Kira. Honestly, the theme song is exactly the same as the one from Maya's favorite show. Steel Samurai, Warrior of New Old Tokyo. It's a popular action show series filmed right in LA. Set in a city known as New Old Tokyo. It pits the Steel Samurai into mortal combat. Again, his nemesis is the evil magistrate. Maya collected DVDs and merchandise from that series as long as I've outknown her. The Plum Punisher seems awfully similar to...
The Plume Punisher originated here in Khura'in. Is that clear, Barbed Head?
Yes, your benevolence. Note to self, never suggest that again. The Steel Samurai patch on his bag. Guess the bag must be Maya's. She probably left her here while she was performing that rite. Oh, it's a wanted poster for the rebel escapee everyone's talking about.
Let me see that. That's our ball. Trying to get the name. That's our ball?
That's our ball.
I still don't get the pun. That is.
That's our ball.
Ball. What do you mean ball?
A ball.
It's our ball. Senior member in certain leadership and former paratrooper of a paratrooper.
There it is. That's gonna be huge.
Foreign land wanted for crimes against the kingdom. Considered armed and dangerous.
So he's ex-military, huh?
His appearance alone exudes menace. He must be captured at once.
Is something wrong?
The bounty is 3 million damas, money that comes out of the people's tax payments. I shall have it lowered to about 1 million damas.
You seem unexpectedly concerned with the people's welfare.
Unexpectedly, how rude. Nina has always taught me that kingdoms do not value their people come to ruin. As crown princess, it's only natural that I care for my people.
How about sending that some of that kindness this way?
Huh. Well, I suppose I could. If you quit being a lawyer and pay taxes to our kingdom, that is.
Oh well.
That one I actually agree with. Like,
yeah. We're not one of her people, so.
Shogi.
This game kind of looks like checkers or chess.
You mean to say you have never heard of Catch Them All?
Gotta catch them all!
I have heard people describe it as Kuranai's chess.
So two players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other's king.
Not quite. In Catch Them All, the object is utter annihilation of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game.
Special moves? Sounds like a game right up my alley. Oh, I just noticed something.
In the trash?
Right there. This looks like a wastebasket. Hey, and it's got the arrow mark. So the letter was delivered here.
What a match.
It looks like a wastebasket. Hey, there's an envelope sticking out. There are 3 holes in a row near the top. Now, where have I seen holes like these before?
Scrounging around in other people's garbage like some stray dog. You are a pitiful creature indeed.
What does it say here? Say what you will, but I've got a job to do.
It says, to the High Priest. Huh, you cannot even read. You're even more pitiful than I had thought.
I can't read Kuranese.
Why did Maya get it if the High Priest was supposed to receive it?
Well, no, this is a high priest house.
True, but why did Maya get it? Because
Maya found it. She
True.
found it at the scene. Thanks.
It seems weird that Maya opened it instead of the High Priest.
She found the letter. I don't think she found the envelope there. I think she just found the letter.
Ah.
Thanks. And I will keep your words of wisdom in mind, your benevolence. Guess I should have studied Kuranese before I came. The envelope was addressed to the high priest, huh? But it's empty. So there's something about it. I better hang on to it.
No return address either.
Obviously not. I'm trying to think of what would be relevant.
Not the spikes?
That's just a mat to sit on. What a magnificent altar.
Of course, it's magnificent. It is for the Holy Mother, after all.
The Holy Mother. Is she that faceless figure there?
Such insolence, how do you not know Her Holiness is on sight?
Because we're not Kuranese.
Do you seek to cross over into the Twilight Realm right this instant?
Sorry, it won't happen again.
Huh, this is why lawyers are so despised. Now listen well, depicting Her Holiness's face is the greatest taboo in all of Kurainism. There are none alive today who know what her face really looks like. And that includes the members of the royal family.
Oh no, there's an unusual custom. It's gotta be one heck of a secret if it's the royal family can't even know what she looks like. We do have to do the mat.
Do the mat.
So
That too.
Oh, it's a the posters of the mountain.
Poster on the left.
Poster of the mountains? Oh, the inner sanctum and mountains featured against those other towering peaks. It's only a 10-meter height difference, or like 12-meter. That's not very
Thank you
big.
for fixing that. I just lost it.
What?
Sorry, you said 10. I was like, really, Shiro? 10?
I rounded it.
You fixed it to 12, though.
10, 12, it's like 9 feet difference. It's not that big.
Even more importantly, if you think about the drop there and everything like that, and the kind of like the pathway up in between, I have a feeling that the convict was supposed to land on the right and not the main shrine.
Hmm.
Could have been an error, but... Ah, and I see they've included Mount Pony Pony in that poster.
Mount Pony Pony. That's a smaller peak to the left.
Known as the Little Sanctum, it is just west of the Inner Sanctum. It is not. Is it not also beautiful? But I suppose the way with a wild soul such as you could not perceive such beauty.
No, that's not true. I think it's absolutely stunning.
Lady Believe has not had a change of heart, and simply waiting shall not change that.
Can't we wait just a little longer? I don't know if she'll ever open up. Oh, you're still here?
Lady Believe.
Mrs. Inmi, do you think you're ready to talk? Is it okay with you, dear? Yes, yes, I will let him know.
Lady Believe, you do not have to speak to this lawyer if it is not your wish.
No, it is quite all right. If my husband were still with us, he would say. As much as it pains me to have my lonely wife speak on such matters, if it would help to find the truth, then ask whatever you may say. Okay, I'll take you up on your generous offer. Wait, did Miss Amy just call herself lovely just now?
Waiting for. Ask your questions quickly so your departure may be just as swift.
Yes, of course. What is that badge for? It's the attorney's badge used in my country. Yes, I agree, dear. My husband says I should have nothing to do with lawyers. It's not like we're the top popularity charts back home, but come on. Can't a lawyer get a break? Do you have any idea why your husband might have been killed? Was he acting different or doing anything out of the ordinary lately? No, I don't recall anything of the sort. This really is difficult. Did anybody have a grudge against him? He was a kind man, and one of peace. He would never do anything that would cause someone to bear a grudge against him. Did he now? She must know about the letter or something. These are Cyclops. I mean, Mrs. Inmi is trying to hide something from me. Are we gonna do this in front of Rafa? Are we? Is it okay for us to do this?
I don't know.
This is Maya gave me all those years ago. It has really amazing power. It reacts when someone is hiding something. It allows me to see the Cyclops that are holding that person's mind shut. Whenever I see any, I have to present my Magatama to try and unlock them. Unlocking them usually allows me to coax the truth out of someone.
Take that!
Cyclops. They appear when I asked her whether anyone held a grudge against her husband. That must mean Miss Emmy thought of someone who just might have had such a grudge. Oh. It's gonna be this guy. I think he's gonna be the one with the that hold a grudge.
Yeah.
Let's just stir the pot a little and see what happens. Miss Inmi, I have an idea who your husband's real killer might be. That would be Maya, would it not? No, of course not. Has to be someone with a motive to kill him. This is who I believe had a reason to kill your husband.
Escaped prisoner?
The escaped prisoner I believe the escaped prisoner killed your husband. Pro thought your husband would get in the way of his escape plan. But was that the case? Would Maya have been slain as well?
Not if she was asleep.
Oh, you're right. Guess I better find someone else with a possible motive. Oh. Someone else.
Oh, he's gonna say Lady Kira.
Oh, we say Lady. I think it wants to say Lady Kira, and because of the letter is addressed from Lady Kira.
Yeah.
It was a rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Everyone's talking about her. Oh. I know not what you speak. Really? Because she's even made the front page recently. I'm but a humble servant of Lady Kira. What reason would she have to kill someone as insignificant as I? Actually, I have something that just might show why Lady Kira would kill Abbott in me. Do they want the letter here?
Yep.
Take that!
This is a letter of warning from Lady Kira. Maya found it. It was in her sanctum. Only Maya and your husband were there at the time. This letter reached its intended recipient, your husband, the High Priest, didn't it? And how do you know that Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband never did either. Sorry, but I have evidence that proves this warning letter was meant for your husband.
Take that!
What's that? It's an envelope, addressed to the priest. The warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it? What nonsense is this? How can you prove the warning letter was delivered in this envelope? There's gotta be some way to prove it. Wait a second. Don't the envelope and warning letter have something in common? I think there just might be something that links the envelope to this warning letter. There is? Yes, and that proof is right there in the warning letter.
What do you offer, the arrow or... Oh, you could pick any of the three, I guess.
Yeah. This spot on the warning letter proves that it was delivered to in that envelope.
Take that!
The three holes in the envelope are in the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter. And if you fold Fold the letter in thirds and place it in the envelope. The holes line up. Ugh. As for what made the holes, I believe it was this.
Take that!
They were made by this warbot arrow, one of the weapons favored by Lady Kira. The warning was folded in thirds, placed in the envelope addressed to the High Priest, and delivered to your husband on the points of this arrow. Ready to tell me the truth now? I admit that the warning letter was sent to my husband. But he was not an insurgent. Then why did you keep it a secret? Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't. I guess that makes sense. The rebel hunter was after him. I can see how people might at least suspect. We are a Korinus kingdom. As such, raising up against the monarchy is the same as blasphemy Korinusm itself. Your husband was a devout priest of the Korinusm, and you feared that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public. Yes, it makes sense, but is it the honest truth? What if the High Priest really was a rebel? The rebel hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still. It just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. Could you tell me a little more about the warning? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there by the side of our bed. It was by the side of your bed? Yes. We had a whole house locked up tight. And yet, someone still managed to slip in. Oh, it was so frightening. What is dear? But you didn't contact the police. Because you didn't want them to suspect your husband of being a rebel. That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Thrust would still be alive today. Oh, lovely wife, there is no need to fret, my dear. My only regret is that I left you alone.
Barbed head, that is quite enough.
Yes, you're probably right. Mrs. Inmee, I'm sorry to have bothered you at such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I'm happy if I've helped. Your benevolence. May you swiftly shine light upon the truth.
Barbed head. You seem bent on casting suspicion on Lady Kira. And by doing so, you seek to deflect the blame from the real killer, Maya Fey.
Prove she's the real killer, please. I'd love to see that.
That is the only logical conclusion.
No position to disprove her at the point. If only I could find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel. The only other person who might know more about Abbot Inmee would be Maya. I might be done questioning her by now. Maybe we'll stop by the detention center.
My mother has said what? It seems I must go.
Did something happen?
Yes, my mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the High Priest's passing, and that she shall conduct the prayer of Lament therein.
Her Eminence has so decreed, has she? Oh, but She should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband.
No, it is only natural considering his meritorious service. The rite will be held at the palace. You are to accompany me there at once, Lady Belib.
Thank you, your benevolence. My husband is most delighted too. How wonderful for you, Miss Enemy. Direct decree from the Queen. That must be quite an honor.
Barbed Head, you are coming as well.
Huh? But I don't have much time left to investigate.
As the one charged with monitoring you, you must remain within my sight at all times.
So you're going to force us to go to a thing that we don't want to watch, but it's going to become relevant so easily.
Besides, it'll take but a moment. Now, come along.
We're going to just will probably just make things worse for me. I better let her have her way this time.
I have an interesting theory as to the who. I actually think it's the... Remember that one guy we mentioned who's always praying at the entrance?
How though? If he never moved.
But he's the brother.
Or did he move and we just don't know?
I think he's family though, right? There's Abbott and me. Can you go to the character select real quick? Like check the...
Well, we haven't actually met the guy yet. So I don't think we have his picture.
So there's Thrust in me and there's Abbott in me, right? Are they the same person?
Oh, this is the guy that was in that picture. The picture we saw at the house.
Apprentice priest living in High Priest's house. He's like part of the family. Prays a lot. We haven't met yet. But
It's
is he
him.
not the one who's...
He's the killer.
What?
Think about what we were just told by her.
Yeah.
The house was locked up. No one could have gotten in.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello. Oh, there's the Minister of Justice. And welcome, Lady the Babe. Babe. You guys just doing this? I guess this is the leader of leader.
She looks like the leader.
So this is the Queen of Khura'in.
The Queen. What's wrong with you, Barbed Head? Show some respect.
Huh? Oh, should I bow or prostrate myself, Phoenix?
Yes, you should.
No, it's quite all right. Stay as you are.
Mother!
Your benevolence. I would like to give thanks to you. You honor both me and my husband. His exemplary service deserves to be honored. Oh, but what a terribly trying time this must be for you, Lady Belib. May my prayer comfort your soul and that of your dearly departed husband. Nothing would please me more. Oh, Your Eminence, your words are wasted on my humble husband and I. That's what I call a commanding presence. So you are the lawyer from whom my daughter speaks. Yes, Your Eminence. I'm so very honored to make your noble acquaintanceship. I'm humbled to bask in your resplendentness. Did I overdo it? I have no idea how to talk to a queen. Ho ho! May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then, Lady Belib, let us go to the chamber of prayer. Rafa, you are to accompany us too.
Yes, Mother.
So we're just getting left behind, and I'm guessing the Minister of Justice is gonna come talk to us.
Yep.
Wow, the Queen is seriously something else. The prayer of lament, huh? Don't see how you'll do that any good. It's Justice Minister Inga. Huh? Who are you, buddy? Nice to see you again, Minister Inga. Again? Have we met? Phoenix Wright. We met in the accused lobby the other day. All right. Blue suit, jagged hair. You're that lawyer who brought my daughter down a peg or two. Oh!
That's your daughter?
He's the king?
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Your daughter? Yeah, Rafa. He's Princess Rafa's father? So he's Queen Garon's husband? You planning on sticking your fat nose in this mess too? The accused is a good friend of mine. Like I said the last time. You better watch yourself, see? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? You want to question me? That would be great. You got balls for a lawyer. Guess I can play along a bit.
This guy will send you home in a mailbox, man.
Yep. But I got
Really,
things to do, see? So we'll have to talk while I work. Hey, you like lawyer badges? Where do you get sticking that thing up in my face? You forget who you're dealing with. Don't poke your nose where it doesn't belong. Or do you want a spot on my execution list? No, I'm good. Better end this conversation now before I really rub him the wrong way. Too late. We are way too late. I wanted to let you know that I'll be the defense lawyer on this case, too. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. What? His cigar is a stamp.
Yeah, that's a stamp.
And also his face here, like...
Note that he only has one earring.
It is a small earring, so it could kind of be blocked by his beard from the angle. We don't really see the bottom of his ear. You only won last time because that idiotic prosecutor filed false charges. But it's going to be different this time. I got Kurine's top prosecutor on this one, see? I don't care who I go up against. I'm going to prove my client innocent. You haven't forgotten that little thing called the Defense Culpability Act, have you? Blow this one, and you'll be suffering the same fate as the accused. How could I forget? Heh, you lawyers are all the same. You strut your stuff till the DC Act comes down on hard. Then you start begging and pleading for your lives. It's really hard to watch, I tell you. Well, I don't plan on letting it come to that. Were you the one who wrote the Defense Culpability Act? Heh, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you? Either way, as Justice Minister, I'm going to enforce this thing. It started as a way to counter the dirty tricks of your trade, like falsified evidence. But it turned out to be quite handy. Efficient, even. Yeah, because if no lawyers want to take on any case, it just means, hey, no defense. Prosecution wins every time. Every person gets a guilty verdict. We don't have to worry about a thing. Even though there very easily could be false charges, and as we proved in case 2, or no, it's case 1. Case 1, we proved, like, yeah, these are false charges. Your system is flawed here. You need genuine lawyers to do the work here. Handy. Efficient? Yeah, made my job real easy. Any goons who cross me or Garon's administration
I figured.
are gonna get in the way, are gonna get just what they deserve, especially those rebel scum. You can get away with that here? Better watch your mouth, lawyer. I enforce the law in Quran, see? And being that I'm the queen's husband, that makes me king.
I wonder if the kingdom is a matriarchy.
You look up. I'll keep reading.
If you're the only one
Go
reading
on.
anyways.
What? Go on. Say what you're thinking, so I can charge you with less majesty. Can't get myself arrested now.
Proper word for that is a matriarchal monarchy. A woman who rules to dominate the government or family and structure.
Yeah, so this is definitely a matriarchy. Can't get myself arrested now. Listen up, lawyer. We got a low crime rate and populace that live in peace. And that's all thanks to the DC Act. So I don't want to hear any more lip about it. But I can't defend my client unless I speak my mind. Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. 'Cause you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. Say white. You know what these are. It's right,
guess it's
but we probably
execution
should
order?
correct him. No. What? Orders of execution.
Oh, I was accurate. Holy crap.
Oh gosh. They really pile up if I start slacking off. What? And tomorrow, I'll have even more work to do, processing the one of your little friend. And if you really do defend her, I'll have to add one more to the pile for you. But you're not stupid enough to waste your laugh on that criminal, are you? Don't worry, I'll make sure to lighten your workload, Inca. I won't give you a single execution order to sign tomorrow.
I have returned, barbed head.
Your benevolence. Are you done with that, right?
Yes, it was performed flawlessly. Lady Believe stayed behind to speak with the mother.
Hope this will help ease her sorrow, even if just a little.
So, you have been speaking with my father?
Yes, you could say that.
My father is a great man. He works tirelessly to keep the peace in our kingdom.
Not in a good way, though.
Quran, as it stands today, owes everything to the efforts of my mother and my father. You should feel deeply honored. Under normal circumstances, they would have never spoken so readily with a lawyer.
Yes, of course. Seems Rafa doesn't know what her father is really like. I think he's a sweetheart to her. I think when he's talking with her, he's like absolutely like kind and caring. Him talking to us, no, we don't matter. He thinks we're scum.
That's the Hinata's father in Naruto, where
Yep.
he's like super stoic with Naruto, but the grandkids, oh God bless them.
Well, now that we're done here, let's go see if I can talk to Maya now. He seems depressed again.
Oh, it's you, Nick.
Maya, are you okay? This question wasn't too harsh, was it?
No, I'm all right. How about you? Make any progress?
Well, I haven't found any conclusive evidence that could prove your innocence. But I have a small lead.
Really?
But for right now, I'd like to ask you about the High Priest.
Sure, ask away. By the way, what's the princess doing with you still, Nick? Doesn't she have anything better to do?
Doesn't seem like it. It really doesn't. She had something better to do, but she dragged me along too.
Heard that. How rude. Of course I had many other things I could be doing.
Just a thought, but you think that High Priest could have been a rebel?
A rebel? Why would you even think that?
Because if he was, then the rebel hunter Lady Kira would have had a motive to kill him.
What?
Uh-oh. Princess Rafa overheard me.
What idiocy is this? Abbott and me a rebel? It is beyond the pale.
Is it, though? I think it could be possible. Like, they just come into the... Like, how easy was it for Payne to come in and become one of the top prosecutors here? Like, Payne easily could have been a rebel. Easy. Like, Payne just showed up and was like, I'm a prosecutor. I can prosecute for you. They hired him on the spot. And he quickly became one of the most famous prosecutors there. Like, is it really that out of the question for someone to just come in like, hey, I can do this job for you?
My mother has offered the prayer of lament to his soul. That is the sort of person he was.
All right. It's just raising the possibility.
I will not listen to such tomfoolery.
Well, it's a good saying that I don't care. You're the one that wants to follow me around. You don't have to be here. You have other things to do.
He did have 2 years to build trust too.
She stormed out. Oh well, nothing we can do about that. So. I was like, why doesn't it just have mine there again? Do you recall the High Priest doing anything suspicious?
Come to think of it, he seemed unusually restless during the rite. He kept glancing up at the sky, though I have no idea why.
The prison. He was restless and can't look up at the sky? It doesn't really tell us much, does it? Anything else come to mind?
Sorry, that's about it.
Guess this is all I'm going to learn about the High Priest right now. Oh, but there is one thing I should follow up on. Yeah, because Rafa walked out, so we can actually talk about it now.
Yep.
So where's the Rafa gone? This might be my only chance. Maya, about what you said earlier. Why can't you tell anyone about your... Why can't you tell anyone you're able to channel spirits?
Oh, that. You know how all the queens are also spirit mediums here?
I heard. It was kind of a shock at first, though.
In Kurinism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen.
Oh.
No one else is supposed to be able to do it.
I see. So spirit channeling is a symbol of power or authority, then, in that sense.
She would probably be executed on the spot.
I can see why it would look bad if a nobody from another country were able to do it.
Spirit channeling in the Kurine tradition was developed from a Kurinist style that was brought to the US via Japan. But it seems like my clan's spiritual power is greater than that of the average Kurinese. It may be a quirk due to how our styles diverged, but I don't really know.
So, if spirit channeling is a power possessed only by the queens of Kurine, and it's a power that somehow made it made its way down the line to Maya. I guess that makes Queen Garan and Princess Rafa distant relatives of Maya's.
It's not like there's some kind of rule about it. It's just, I'd rather not have it become an issue or anything.
Yeah, that's true, because they can just come up with a law on the spot. We're like, hey, no, you can't do that.
Or you can't be here. That's why mediums who come here to train hide the fact that they can channel spirits.
I see. I had no idea it was so complicated. So yeah, Pearls can't tell anyone either if she's here.
Either way, training here is a must to fulfill the qualification needed to become the master.
What is this qualification to become the master?
To be able to channel spirits of one's own volition, and without fail every time. Like, remember how my spirit channeling was always hit or miss? I only ever succeeded about 30% of the time.
Yeah, it was more like spirits possessed her and opposed to her channeling them. So if you can do it every single time now, whatever you want?
Yep. At least, I think she probably hasn't done it.
You think?
Well, I haven't actually tried channeling anyone since I completed my training here. But once I get back home, I plan on taking the final spirit medium test. I'll have to try channeling one spirit after another in a marathon channeling session.
Only those who pass the test are worthy of becoming a master, huh?
Yeah, but I know I can do it. I'm going to ace the test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down.
Right. Maya's the next big hope of Karayan Village. It's got to be a lot of pressure. So speaking of similarities, I've noticed another similarity between our country besides spirit channeling. I saw a show on TV earlier that reminded me of the Steel Samurai.
Oh, you mean the plumbed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm? So you've already seen the plumed Punisher, you really don't miss a beat.
Actually, it was her benevolence who told me all about it.
There is not a single person in Kodain who does not know of it.
Oh, your benevolence. You're back.
As the royal priestess, I am charged with monitoring your movements.
You took this upon yourself. You were not charged to watch it. You took this upon yourself.
So I've changed my mind, for in order to fulfill my duty, I must not avert my ears, not even from your blasphemous theories.
Her sense of duty is commendable. I wouldn't mind if you backed off a bit.
Great timing, your benevolence. There's actually something I wanted to show off to the both of you.
Show off. I sure seems excited all of a sudden.
Yep. Ta-da!
Do you not have anything about that show? I feel like that's tied to the show.
Check the newspaper and the crime scene photo real fast. Oh, you can't see the photo? No. Okay.
What's that?
It's an ultra-rare plumed Punisher strap. There's only one of them in the whole world.
Is that feather dyed in red? Like blood? Did Maya find this
you
at the
think-
scene?
It might have been at the scene.
Because I feel like that feather was white at a point. Kind of the way it like... the way the red kind of like fades out.
Yeah.
I feel like that's likely blood.
It was specially made to promote the TV show. Yeah, you're the owner of the strap?
Don't tell me. You're a Plum Punisher fan too, your benevolence.
No, of course not. Only little children watch that show.
You're 14, girl. You're a little child. At least I'm pretty sure she was 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 14.
I have no interest in such things.
Right.
Right. I had to read that one with you. No, I'm telling the truth.
Sure. Let's just leave it at that. So how did you get your hands on that, Maya?
I found a kindred spirit on a plumed Punisher fan here in Kodai. It resulted in an exchange of cultures transcending national borders.
And by cultural exchange, you mean you swapped TV show promo merchandise?
You bet. I traded my Steel Samurai watch for the strap. Check every... Hold on. It's a super rare watch that plays the Steel Samurai theme song when the alarm goes off.
Whoever has the watch is going to be the killer.
Go check the watch.
Go check the what?
Go check the photo real quick. Because it's not on him. There's no watch on him.
Doesn't look like it.
Can't tell if he wears it on his right hand, but his left hand is watchless. Okay.
I don't think we've seen anyone with a watch yet.
Yeah, we'll have to pay attention to the models. My newfound Kodaini's friend was so happy, I got this one-of-a-kind strap in return.
Guess there are people that like wherever you go. You can hear it crying.
Watch this when you press the Magatama on her belt. It plays the show's theme song.
That sounds just like the Steel Samurai theme.
What are you talking about? Can't you hear the folk instruments in the intro and the exotic tones throughout? Plus, the Steel Samurai has Japanese taiko drums that go.
That doesn't mean it doesn't sound similar, Maya.
Dekka dun 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 in the intro.
Right.
Oh, I just thought about it.
Guess my ears just
When we
aren't
do
as good as yours.
When we do the spirit channeling thing, we're gonna have to differentiate the theme songs that the guy heard.
Oh, probably.
So we'll have to be really careful about that. Anyway, I have this amazing idea for a new show. The Plumed Punisher versus the Steel Samurai. No watch on him? Nope.
This is just a promo image that Maya's conjured up in her head.
Yeah. I'm gonna totally go pitch it with some TV stations when I get back home. It's gonna be a huge hit. Right, Your Benevolence? I have no interest in such things.
Well, if nothing else, talking about the Plum Punisher has thankfully seemed to cheer up Maya a bit. It's getting late. Try to get some sleep, okay, Maya? And leave tomorrow to me.
Okay, thanks, Nick.
Pop! I think I've covered just about everything. Trying to head back to the temple and go over everything I've learned so far.
Temple.
It's getting late. Won't be long till sundown.
Mr. Wright, your benevolence.
Quack.
Are you all investigation for today?
Pretty much. Thought to go over what I learned so far. Care to join me?
Yes. Allow me to help.
Okay. First, we know that the High Priest received a warning 3 days ago. It was from someone claiming to be Lady Kira, and told him not to perform the rite.
That's right, it was the Rebel Hunter. But what of it?
That's what I'm not sure of yet. Why would Lady Kira want to stop the rite?
If you could solve that mystery.
Right. I could figure out her motive for threatening the High Priest. It might be the break I need, but I just don't know enough right now to act on that lead.
How unfortunate for you, barbed head. Your only hope is pure speculation. That shall not stand up in the Hall of Justice. You have no actual proof of Lady Kira's involvement in this crime, after all.
Yeah, the warning letter alone can't prove who killed the High Priest.
I'll give you one last chance to withdraw before you are charged under the DC Act. Your benevolence! While it is true you did not forge or suppress any evidence, that is perhaps a product of my careful monitoring of your every move.
Wasn't planning to do anything like that in the first place, Your Benevolence. But I am going to prove Maya's innocence with the confines of the law.
How can you be so sure you will?
Because of my undying faith in my clients. That is the lawyer's greatest weapon.
Huh, what nonsense. You have chosen to dig your own grave. When next we meet, it shall be in the Hall of Justice, where I will do a dance. As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself.
I mean, they are a truth, but it's not like you can take whatever was going on at that moment as the absolute truth. Like, there could be more stuff in it. Like, case one, guy got hit from behind. He's not gonna see that. How you like? Okay, there's a person standing in front of him and he died. Okay, that person's the killer.
Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe.
Tomorrow, I'll be defending Maya in the so-called Hall of Justice again.
I get to do his voice again. I love doing his voice.
The whole seance thing makes trials here completely different from those back home. Plus, I don't have a shred of conclusive evidence. On the other hand, I've got plenty of confusion and anxiety to spare. I'll have to think of something. After all, I'm the only lawyer in all of Khura'in. I have to do this. I will do this. I'll prove my innocence if it's the last thing I do.